How long did the Exodus wilderness wanderings last? Imagine wandering in a vast desert for decades, not knowing exactly when your journey will end. That's what the Israelites experienced after leaving Egypt. The wilderness wanderings lasted 40 years. This period began right after they crossed the Red Sea, escaping Pharaoh's army, and ended when the next generation, led by Joshua, entered the land promised to their ancestors. The story of these 40 years is spread across several books in the Bible, including Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. During this time, the Israelites faced many challenges. They camped at Mount Sinai, where God gave Moses the 10 Commandments and established his laws. They also built the tabernacle, a portable place of worship that traveled with them. The reason for the long wandering was tied to the Israelites' lack of faith. When spies explored the land of Canaan, most returned scared and doubted God's promise to give them victory. Because of their unbelief, God declared that entire generation would not enter the land. Instead, they would wander in the wilderness until they all passed away. This punishment lasted 40 years, which was 1 year for each day the spies spent exploring the land. Throughout this time, God provided for his people in miraculous ways. They ate manna from heaven, drank water from rocks, and experienced his guidance through a cloud by day and fire by night. The wilderness was more than just a place of travel. It was a time of shaping their identity as God's chosen people. It taught them to depend on him and obey his commands. From a practical point of view, the 40 years symbolize a period of testing and preparation. It shows how disobedience can delay God's plans, but also highlights his patience and faithfulness. For us today, this story reminds us that trusting God's promises is important, even when life feels uncertain. Sometimes, growth requires enduring hardships and learning to relying on God's guidance. In the end, the wilderness wanderings lasted 40 years. It was a time of covenant-making, testing, and preparing a new generation to take possession of the land. This period is a key part of understanding Israel's early history and the laws they received. It also teaches us lessons about faith, obedience, and God's unwavering faithfulness to his people.